Holy shit. Guys, I am literally down 5 inches and 50 pounds since the beginning of COVID. I guess that's what happens when you're sitting around for 3 months waiting for your online grocery order to be processed. So we all love a good story, so why don't we go to our favorite dog trail and I'll tell you mine. Neeson! Oh, you're right here! Hi, bud. Is that a good sweet potato treat? Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. You wanna go for a walk? You wanna go for a walk? Yes, you do. Oh, you mister. Okay, let's go. So we're on our favorite trail right next to where we live. And I want to talk to you guys about my experience social distancing as a blind guy. I remember back in January sitting on my brother's couch chatting with him about this virus that was taking over China. And I'm thinking to myself, if this ever spreads to other parts of the world, like we could be in some trouble here. And then you start hearing about, oh, there's cases have been being reported here, and there's cases being reported there, and you're like, oh my God, this is getting closer to us. Time passes. In March, I was part of a group of Canadian para-triathletes who traveled down to Florida to compete in a couple of para-triathlons. Yes, I compete in para-triathlon, but right now that's neither here or there. That's another video. So we were there to compete, and right when we were supposed to, a day before we were supposed to race, actually, we were told races were canceled, and we were sent home. We were sent home and advised to voluntarily quarantine for 2 weeks. Neeson, come on, bud. Which we did, and then we've been social distancing ever since. I remember sitting in the airport in Vancouver waiting for my connection to get home to Victoria, and I'm like, I have no food at home. I had planned to be away for 2 weeks, not 3 days. So I tried to order groceries online because that's how I usually order my groceries. And I couldn't even check out. It wouldn't let me. I'm like, what the fuck? Let me just backtrack for a second. So I am perfectly capable of going to the grocery store if I need a few things. Just there's a customer service desk. They're very friendly. They help me out. But for large orders, I don't drive. I can't just hop in my car and zip to the store and fill my trunk with groceries. I obviously also can't take 8,000 grocery bags on the bus to get home with my dog, or just walk with 8,000 grocery bags plus my dog. So yeah, I order online when I have a large grocery haul. So there's this imaginary person, we'll call him Able-bodied Bob. Okay. Able-bodied Bob has a car in his driveway, probably one in his garage too. And when COVID hits, he says to his wife, honey, we're gonna start ordering online so we don't have to go to the grocery store because I don't want us catching COVID. Times that by 1,000, and what do you think happens? What you think happens is what happened. Grocery stores were suddenly inundated with new customers shopping online. And what do you think happened to the regular clientele who rely on online shopping? We got totally fucked. I go on Reddit and Twitter a fair bit. It's one of the things I do since I have nothing else to do during social distancing. And I can't tell you the amount of times I've come across topics of conversation that include people who literally can't get food. It's not as bad now as it was, but people that were relying on online grocery orders to fill their fridges were going without because everybody and their fucking dog started ordering online. Honestly, I blame grocery stores for some of this. Like online grocery shopping has been around long enough for grocery chains to get an idea of their clientele. Like seniors who rely on the service, people who have a disability that doesn't allow them to get out to get what they need. They rely on that online service, and it was literally taken away. There was one point I tried to order online after I got back, and I had a 10-day wait period. I'm like, what am I going to eat for the next 10 days to hold me over? Wiring? Luckily for me, my roommate, his truck still worked back then, so he was able to help me out a fair bit. Okay, but if it wasn't for him, I don't know what I would have done. I really don't. It just blows my mind. Something else that blows my mind is aspects of Canada's response when it comes to keeping the public up to date. Like, there's always daily updates. Cases reported in BC, cases reported in Northern Ontario, cases reported in, oh, that's a tree. Cases reported in wherever, but they don't actually give you exact locations of where these cases are. So, for all I know, I'm gonna be putting myself in a situation where I'm traveling to a place where there actually is an outbreak, a new cluster. Like, there's no transparency when it comes to telling the public where these cases are being reported. And I think that's fucking stupid. I really do. And then you've got the Canadian Prime Minister's daily briefing from his cottage, from outside his cottage in Quebec or wherever the fuck it is. Okay. All right, let's talk about Trump for a second. Okay, I don't like the guy at all. My feelings about him aside, I gotta hand it to him because he can write his own material. Like, it may not be good material, but it's his material. Trudeau's a freaking puppet. I don't follow the Prime Minister's official Twitter feed, but it's a sponsored ad on Twitter, so I see it in my feed. And I read the comments on his daily updates, and I'm not the only one that's frustrated by his lack of useful information. It's the same spiel day in, day out. Neeson, come! Boy, it's a beautiful day. It's hard to be angry at the world when you live here. It really is. Hi, buddy. Good lad. you think there's an end in sight, and then there's a whole new blow up of cases. People are saying prepare for a second wave. Well, we're still in the first wave. That's all good.
He's nice. He just gets excited.
That's all good, bud. Have a good one. You too. It's a friendly puppy. Yeah, so there really is no end in sight. And a large part of that is because of people who think they're better than everybody else. I have a word for those people. I came up with a new word for people like that. It is COVIDiasm. COVIDiasm. And the definition of COVIDiasm, if you look it up in the Urban Dictionary, will be narcissistic asshole. Because that's what many people across North America are. Oh, I'm free to live the way I want to live. No one's going to tell me what to do. Don't be a sheep. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather be a living sheep than a dead sheep.